Hi guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be analyzing Amazon and Tesla and two forex crosses, which are euro dollar and US dollar Japanese yen. We will see where they might move over the next weeks. Please subscribe to our channel to receive our real-time trading signals on stocks, forex, cryptos and commodities. Then you can join us at patreon.com/financial trading academy. Let's start with Amazon. In the upper section we see the price, while beneath we have two property indicators and then the volumes. In February 21, both indicators generated a sell signal around 160 US dollar. As you can see here, that was a clear distribution phase, and then right now they are still oriented downwards. Okay, now Amazon is worth around 100 US dollar. In other words, it is facing a very strong barrier from where actually Amazon was rejected several times. Now, in order to understand what it might happen over the next years, we can switch to the monthly chart, where we have detected a possible reversal pattern, which is head and shoulder. This one is the first left shoulder. Here we have the head with the distribution phase mentioned before. Right now, probably we are creating a second right shoulders. Now, if this pattern will be confirmed, obviously being a reversal one, actually Amazon can be projected to move downwards over the next years. Okay, this is a monthly chart, so the forecast, the prediction is for the next 3-4 years. Now, given the fact that probably Amazon is now a very mature company, it is really possible that Amazon might move downwards over the next years. Now, if we switch to the daily chart, we see that we are right now in a buy momentum in actually around January 2023, which means 3 months ago. Our property indicator generated a buy signal at 90 US dollar, and now again we are at 104, but in terms of cyclicality, as you can see here, probably we are at the end of the ascending phase of the Gauss curve. So let's be very careful about Amazon over the next weeks. Again, if we switch to the weekly chart, we are still oriented downwards. We are facing this strong barrier. So until our two property indicators will be originating a buy signal, for us Amazon is a weak company, so we are not going, we as a financial training academy, we're not on the buy side until the two indicators will be moving upwards. Even in terms of volumes, we see average volumes, we need much more stronger volumes like it happened here in order to see. For example, here it was March 2020 when actually big volumes came in place, and afterwards Amazon was able to break above the resistance at 100 US dollars. So the view for now is not a positive one. Now let's switch to the Tesla company. Here the situation is a bit more complicated, and the reason is because we have detected 3 perfect weekly cycles. In other words, the cyclicality is fantastic for Tesla, which means it is actually quite easy to be predictable. Okay, now if we analyze the two property indicators, as you can see here, the two indicators are still oriented downwards, and actually they are in gain. But right now, we believe with this also slight increase in terms of volumes around 100 US dollar, probably we are starting a new accumulation phase. But that's very important to say, until the two indicators will be actually moving downwards for us, Tesla is not a company to be bought. Okay, now even in terms of volumes, same situation than that we have seen for Tesla. We need a much bigger increase in terms of volumes. Okay, even if this one was a very first point of control around 100 US dollar. Now if we switch to the daily chart, we can see that actually the two cycles, the two indicators are on the buy side. They originated a buy signal at 139 US dollar. We know that Tesla went till 200 US dollar. Right now we see a very small doji. Probably we will see this gap down to be fulfilled over the next days. That's an extremely important area. 160 US dollar area probably is vital to see Tesla moving up. If we will see a long black candle breaking below the low of the current one, then definitely we can project Tesla going to hit 100 US dollar. Even in this case, we see an increase in terms of volumes. The two property indicators are still on the buy side, but as you can see here, they are flattening out. So our suggestion right now is to stay aside for Tesla because probably the bull run on the daily chart is coming to an end, and also again in terms of weekly chart we are still in the descending phase of the Gauss curve, even if as said we are probably approaching the point of low for the next year. So obviously when we analyze the weekly chart, as you can see here, we have a prediction for 3-4 years. Okay, now as you can see here in terms of Gauss curve, the cycle, the entire cycle started at the end of the 2019, okay, and now we are in the 2023, so 4 years. Now if we analyze the previous cycle, it started actually in 2017, okay, so it was a smaller cycle. This one seems to be longer, okay. Probably again we are at the end of the current cycle, but we expect still a huge long black candle, and actually when that will be happening, and obviously we need to see a much bigger volume, then probably we will be experiencing the point of low for the next years. So let's be very careful even for Tesla. Right now the scenario for the American market is not that good. It is clear to the investors that right now China is leading the world. So as actually Amazon, we switch again to the Amazon chart, is very clear. Okay, if Amazon will not be able to break above the 116 US dollar, definitely we are going to see Amazon moving downwards. So this is the most important area that we need to check out. The 116, 120 US dollar is vital for Amazon. If Amazon will not be able to break above this area over the next weeks, then we definitely can say that probably it is going to move downwards even for the next month. Now let's move on and let's analyze euro dollar. The euro dollar has been very bullish since last year. I've been sending several reports and several buy signal to our patrons. As you can see here, we see a huge increase in terms of volumes. Now our property indicator, this is a weekly chart, are on the buy side. They originated a buy at 102. Right now, as you know, we are at 1.10. I've been actually calling a fake breakout. I've been sending several alerts to my patrons at 0.95. For us, it was the bottom for the next years. We predict, and actually we sent an alert and also newsletter to our patrons already several months ago. We predict the euro dollar over the next years. Our prediction 2026, 2027 going to 140/160. So we're extremely bullish on the euro dollar. Now let's analyze the US dollar Japanese yen. For the US dollar Japanese yen, we actually have a different view. As you can see here, we are on the bearish side right now. The two indicators are oriented downwards. Here actually we have to see that we see a huge increase in terms of volumes in association with actually this long black candle, which actually should not be treated as a negative signal. Probably from here we might see some movement up to retrace this area 140. But again, we believe that actually if the US dollar Japanese yen will break below this area at 127 US dollar, definitely we are going to test the 124 area for the US dollar Japanese yen. Thank you guys.